The San Diego Community College District is saying farewell to its longest-serving chancellor. We'll have more details in tonight's show.
Plus, a new California mandate is taking into effect and a vaccine for kids is coming soon. Find out more in my in-depth report.
And the Emmys have been the talk of the week. Find out who the big winners were with me in entertainment.
When will the current heat wave end? I'll have the answer to that and more in weather.
Newscene starts now. Good evening. I'm Jillian Fortner, and welcome to this week's edition of Newscene. For the first time since March 2020, we are back in our home studios on the campus of San Diego City College. For the last 18 months, we have been working remotely to bring you the latest news of the week. And we are all so happy to be back. For now, our district is requiring us to wear masks, whether vaccinated or unvaccinated. And we are also following all necessary local, state, and federal guidelines to ensure a safe environment for those back on campus. But we remain focused as ever on bringing you the latest news of the week. We start tonight with the latest COVID updates from the state and across the nation. A new California mandate has gone into effect this week and will change the way you attend big events. And Pfizer has announced some big plans. Estrella, tell us more in our in-depth report.
Thank you, Jillian. If you are looking forward to a concert or a big game, a new state mandate means you will need to pack your vaccination card. You will be required to show proof of vaccination or recent COVID test results to attend an indoor event of 1,000 people or more. For bigger events with 10,000 people or more, the venues have to take the extra step of verifying your information. No more simply just taking your word for it. The news comes as the Food and Drug Administration has recommended emergency use authorization of a Pfizer booster vaccine. But this does not apply to all vaccinated Americans. This is for Americans 65 and older or those at high risk of getting severe COVID-19. But advisors at the FDA want to keep the focus on getting more Americans fully vaccinated. And that may soon include children ages 5 to 11. Pfizer has announced promising results from a trial that its COVID vaccine is safe for kids. Pfizer will soon submit emergency use authorization to the FDA, where the data will then be reviewed. Officials say the growing number of kids in intensive care units across the country means the need for a vaccine is pressing. The hope is kids can get their first vaccinations as soon as Halloween. We'll continue to follow these stories. For now, back to you, Jillian.
Thank you, Estrella. And the Supreme Court will be hearing arguments this December on whether Mississippi's abortion law is constitutional. The law that bans abortion after 15 weeks was passed in 2018. It has since been blocked by 2 federal courts. This case threatens to overturn constitutional protections from Roe v. Wade. The announcement comes after the Supreme Court allowed Texas to move forward with its 6-week abortion ban. And federal officials are fighting to keep open a local military training site. The legislation comes as Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, is being considered for a move. Officials say training facilities are outdated. They also cannot accommodate the growing number of women entering the military. The center has trained millions of new Marines since its opening in 1923. And fantastic news for Comic-Con fans. Tickets go on sale this weekend for a special edition of the iconic convention coming in November. A smaller crowd will be allowed this fall. and proof of vaccination or a negative test result will be required. For all the details, visit their website. And goodbye to Zoom acceptance speeches. Television's biggest night returned with a live audience. Susanna, tell us more.
Thank you, Jillian. Did you see it? The 73rd Emmy Awards were celebrated this weekend. The winners of the night reflected the trying times we have been living in. The biggest streaming service, such as Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus, and Apple TV, took most of the awards home. Congratulations to all of the winners. And speaking of celebration, Jeannie Mai Jenkins announced her pregnancy with husband Jeezy. The Real Daytime show host shared the big news with everyone on the premiere of the show's new season. Jenkins shared her excitement and talked about how her husband made her feel safe enough to make this big decision. Congratulations to the couple. And sadly, Hollywood is also mourning a loss. Willie Garson, the beloved sidekick of Sarah Jessica Parker in the Sex and the City series, passed away yesterday evening. Garson, who was 57 years old, had been suffering from pancreatic cancer. His son confirmed the news with a tribute posted to Instagram. Our condolences to his families and loved ones. That is all I have for you tonight. Back to you, Jillian.
Thanks, Susanna. Sports at City College are back, but our volleyball team has been struggling lately. Assad is here to tell us if they have turned the corner.
Thank you, Jillian. We start with some good news for our volleyball team here at City. After a rough 4 losses in a row, the Knights are back in the win column. After falling in 3 games against Golden West, it didn't look good early against Imperial Valley. City lost the first game of the match, but they were able to march back and win in 4, sealing the victory. Their win against IVC puts them at 3-4 on the year. The Knights' next game will be at home against Myanmar tonight. And from Harry West Gym to City College, to SDSU's football team is off to a red-hot start. The triple overtime victory by the Aztecs over Utah keeps them undefeated. SDSU's game plan was simple: run the ball all night long. Chula Vista native Greg Bell took over in the third quarter with not one, but 2 7-yard touchdown runs. It's a simple strategy, really, but one that has been very effective so far. The Aztecs have run over 200 yards in each of their 3 games this season. Even Coach Brady Hoke is excited about the potential of his team's rushing game.
It was exciting. I'm not going to deny that, and I'm also not going to, make any excuses. We are going to be a run-the-ball first football team, and I think we've got a nice mix going on right now.
There is some real potential there. That's all I have for sports. Back over to you, Jillian.
Thanks, Assad. And City College's library has opened its doors once again. The Learning Resource Center offers public computers and free Wi-Fi for students, along with other resources. Capacity, though, is limited and reservations are required for students. Like Catherine Perez-Diaz, have the opportunity to have a quiet place to study.
Getting this quiet time is definitely appreciated because it lets me focus more on my studies.
Yes, and also, I think we're gonna go check our calendars because fall may have started, but the heat is not going away. Joel, what is going on with the weather and when will it start to get cooler?
Thanks, Jillian. Well, the summer has come and gone, but we still have a heat wave. We have a hot start to the fall, but on the bright side, we have a cool weekend ahead of us. Let's move on to our next graphic. As you can see with the current temperatures, we're going to have a sunny all over the county. Basically, every single part of the county is hot. We have 90 degrees on the coast, 94 degrees on the mountains, 87 degrees in the desert, and 102 in the inland. Don't know how that happened. So basically, every part of the county will be hot. Or as they say, everything the light touches will burn you. So don't forget that sunscreen. Don't put it away just yet. You still need it for at least 2 more days, and maybe more depending on how the weather goes. So yeah, it's hot everywhere, not a cloud in sight. Let's move on to our next slide here for tonight's temperatures. Where as you can see, it's all 60s and 59. So you can see in most parts of the county we'll have high 60s, a few low 60s, but a 59 in Mount Laguna. So it's going to be really warm tonight, depending on where you are, of course. So you'll see 67 here in downtown, all the way to 59 in Mount Laguna. Let's move on to our next graphic. On a 5-day forecast, we'll have a hot Thursday, but then we'll start cooling down slowly during the weekend. We'll go down to 74 on Sunday, and we'll have lows of 63 by the end of the weekend. That is all for now. Back to you, Jillian.
Thank you, Joel. And one of the longest serving community college chancellor in the state was given a warm send-off Saturday. Constance Carroll was honored with a gala by the San Diego Community College District. Carroll retired back in July after serving the district for 17 years. Over 500 attendees were on hand to celebrate. Carroll says she will continue working in public service. That's all we have for tonight. You can tune in each Wednesday night on ITV for our team and watch it anytime on YouTube. And find it all on sdcitytimes.com. And remember to follow SD City Times on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Thank you, and good night.